Hello. Do let me know if I'm audible to you. Okay, so I'm going to teach you the basics of watercolor today. Let more people join, then we will start. And do let me know if you are a beginner artist or you have just learned watercolor. Okay, so I'll start the demonstration by 3:10. Okay, so I think we should start the session. So, for the first thing, I will tell you about the materials. The sketchbook right now I'm using is Chitrapat, and I will be using mop brushes by Presto, and the colors which I'm going to use are Camlin. For the first technique, we will going to do the wet on wet technique. Okay, so the first technique we are going to do is wet on wet technique, in which we have to work on the wet surface only. So for this, I am going to wet the surface first with the clean water. I'm using a 8 number brush for this, and we will create a gradient. So for the first color, I'm going to use yellow, and for the second color for the gradient, is we are going to use the scarlet red, and always take care about the water which you are using. Always keep 2 cups of water. Now for creating a gradient, first we will take one color and bring that from upward to downwards. Then clean your brush and take the second color and make it go like downward to upward. And do not use too much water. And in the wet on wet technique, you can go with so many different techniques. Like I've created this gradient, and if you want to create a background, which is like a blur background, you can simply add or spread water here and there to create the objects which are blurred in the background. And always use 2 cups of water. Like one is for clean water, and the second one is for the dirty water. The first one is wet on wet. Now the second one we will do, which is wet and dry. Now let it dry. And for the basics, we are going to use yellow color, Persian blue, and scarlet red color. And जितना कम कलर्स आप यूज करोगे आपका ऑटोमेटिक कलर रियलिस्टिक बनेगा. For this, I'm going to use a small brush, which is zero number brush, and let's create a color wheel first. Yellow, red, and blue. All the colors which you see in a photograph come from these three colors only. So if you want to create a realistic or skin tones, if you want to make, then you have to combine these colors only. Like for creating orange, we will mix yellow and red. It will create a warm skin color. And for creating a dull skin color, what we will do is we will add a little bit of blue. So for the shadow area, we will going to use the blue color more, and for creating the mid-tone of blue and red, it will become a deep violet color like this. If you want to make a vibrant purple, for that you need one more color, which is crimson lake. So when you mix crimson lake and Persian blue together, it will create a vibrant purple color. Now we will make this pair, and इसके बाद you will get the idea how skin tones will work. So for this, we are going to add colors in this motion, like the lightest yellow, then orange, then red, then violet, and then the deep blue. So first we will mix yellow and red together. Then we will add a little more red. Then we will go with the blue tone. Create a little more dark color. And then in the last, we will add the blue color more. The quantity of the color will start increasing like this. For blending these color, what you going to do is just clean your brush and wipe that on the towel, and then blend them. Then wash your brush again for the different color. And go, let's see. For the shadows, we will do blue and a little bit of red. This is how skin tones are made. And if you are doing a fairer skin tone, then you can add crimson lake instead of this red. And instead of yellow, you can directly go with any permanent orange color. It will also work. तो अभी मैंने ये स्पेयर बनाया है विद द हेल्प ऑफ कलर व्हील. यू कैन सी मैंने सिर्फ 3 कलर्स यूज कर रहे हैं एंड द फोर्थ वन इज द crimson lake color. This one. If you are using Camlin artist colors, you will get this color. And for creating a vibrant purple, it is really good color. तो ये मैंने यहाँ पे स्किन टोन बनाया है और दिस इज ऑलमोस्ट ड्राई. तो let's do dry and wet technique. I'll take some darker color. I'll add a little more blue in red color. Then we can work on this like this. अगर आपको रियलिस्टिक वर्क करना है तो यू हैव टू बी वेरी पेशेंट. आपको पूरा सब कुछ वेट ऑन वेट नहीं करना है. For creating a realistic portrait, you have to work with layers. Like after drying the first layer, then only go to the second layer. Don't mix colors, and the paper quality is very important. So, if you want to do a realistic work, you can go with the 100% cotton paper, which is the Chitrapat or Bauhang. Right now, I'm using Chitrapat paper, and let's create this realistic eye. So you'll get the idea. So I will be making this eye. You can see it has a little purple tone here and a warm skin tone. So for creating a warm skin tone, yellow. I will be using yellow and red color. Then I'll give it a wash. Then I'll clean my brush and blend all these colors. And जहाँ पे आपके highlights है, like the whitest part, always leave the whitest part white only. Don't apply any color there. You can see there is a little darker area, so we are going to use a purple here. This purple, a dull purple.
Made of
Scarlet Persian blue. For making a deep purple, I will be taking Persian blue, scarlet red. You can see the tone here. And for the black color, you don't have to use any black color. You have to use these colors only. So for the darker part here, I'm using purple. And you can see the dark part is here also. So we will be using darker part here too. I'll clean my brush once more. Then I will blend these colors. And in the starting, always remember don't
in details.
always see which color is on the picture. Then try to apply that color in watercolor. And जो आई का ये वाला पार्ट है ऑलमोस्ट डार्क यहाँ पे कोई वाइट नहीं है तो आई एम spreading the color from here to अभी मैंने कुछ भी डिटेल में वर्क नहीं किया है you can see I'm just adding the tones. Now I will give a second wash of orange on the darker parts only. Then I'll add a little purple more on the darker parts. Then I'll clean my brush again and blend the colors. Now I'll take a little more like थोड़ा सा और पतला brush. Then I'll try to add some more details. तो जो darker parts है जो darker orange color है और it is a little purplish जो color यहाँ पे है in this part. इसमें येलो के अंदर रेड की क्वांटिटी ज्यादा हो जाएगी और एकदम लाइट ब्लू कलर की भी होगी क्योंकि थोड़ा सा डल रेड कलर है इट इज नॉट अ ब्राइट कलर. I like that color here. If you have any questions you can ask me. अब अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपका कलर कहीं ज्यादा हो गया तो जस्ट क्लीन योर ब्रश एड दैट कलर. Now I'll add tint of green in the eye. For green, I will mix yellow and Persian blue. And I leave the part which is white, the highlight. Now जो part एकदम light है, I'll clean that part with a brush. To create more depth, I will use a blue color, Persian blue only. Create a depth. Now I'll clean my brush and blend these colors like this. You can see the first layer is completed, and we will wait for some time to let it dry so that we can work on the second layer. If we start working on this layer only, then the paper will get damaged and it will mix all the colors which I have applied right now. So we will work on this part. I will be using orange color only to create more depth. For making a brown color, you have to mix the three primary colors only. Like you can mix red, yellow, and blue, and it will give you a brown color. Now I'll add more darker areas here with the purple color. Then I'll clean my brush and blend them all. Now I will blend this part with clean water. One more tip, if you want to blend watercolors, then what you're going to do is like this is the part and you want to make it dark to light. So you don't have to put water here. You have to put water here, and then you can see the part will gradually mix like this. This is how you blend watercolor and skin tones and anywhere which you want to create a gradient effect like this. I have applied water here. Now I will add some more dark highlights. So this part is also dry, so I will work on this. I'll make a dark green color. For this, I will take the quantity of blue more and yellow, and I'll add it here. Then I will blend it. And you can see there is a little yellow, so I will apply the yellow part. Yeah. Now we will add the darkest parts. For that, we will make the deep purple again by mixing Persian blue and scarlet red. And I'll add that color here. For shadows, you can use that purple only, but keep the quantity of water more to add the highlight, like to add the darker shadows. And use it. It is almost completed. The things which are missing are, and we are going to do is we'll make the eyelashes and the dark lines, the outlines of the eye. So we will let it dry. Let's add a little more darker value in the eye, only on the upper part and on the iris. There is a little shadow in the highlight part also, so we'll make that to leave this completely white. So we'll let this part to be dry. Then we will add the dark bold lines. And if you want to create a more darker tone than this one, then what you are going to do is you can add the blue quantity more in all the colors. You can add a little bit of blue, either Persian or either cobalt blue. Then the skin tone will become light, darker. So as much the skin is darker, you can add that much amount of color in that. And if you want to create a really hyper realistic work, then you can use Canson 300 GSM paper also. I will create the darker parts. Now we'll create the darker lines. We will create a little bit more details in the eye, like these lines, more long. which you can see in there. Little bit darker outline. And if you want to work really fast, then you should always keep a hair dryer with you to dry the layers gradually. So it will also save a lot of time. You don't have to wait for each layer to dry. And if you are working on a really big portion, avoid doing big washes. You can work in many parts, like you can start with smaller portions first, then you can add details in the ending. Now let's add the darker parts around the eyes, a little gray color which I'll make by using ocean blue and a little bit of red. So it will give your artwork a nice realistic effect. We will add the eyelashes. So before painting the eyelashes, always tone that part. Like I'm going to paint the eyelashes here. So first I will make a darker tone here so it won't look unreal. Same with here. Add a little bit of dark shade underneath the eyelash line so it won't look unreal. Now I'll wait for some time to let this area dry. Otherwise, it will create a unwanted bloom like this. If I will paint define stroke on already wet area, it will look like this. So I will wait for it to dry. Like this part is already dry, so it will look more crisp like this. like this. It will create unnecessary blooms. This part is dry, so and if it happens by chance, so what you can do is you can clean that immediately like this and wait for this to dry. Then you can add it. For the eyebrows, I'll using the same color, Persian blue and red. Same like eyelashes, you have to tone that area first with a lighter shade so it won't look unreal. Then with the eyelashes, then you will do the eyebrows. I create a little more depth in this area. And the darker outline here. At first, you can also make some these kind of strokes. So it will give a color to this part. And then when it will get dry like this, इतना dry हो जाए, then we can add a little more darker lines which are bold. Then your eyebrows will look more realistic. As you can see, the eyebrow part is also done almost. If you have any questions, you can ask me because it's already 4. So after 2 or 5 minutes, we'll end the session. So today I talked about the two methods which we use in watercolor. One is wet on wet. The second is dry on wet. And the color wheel, how to mix the skin tones, and a little demonstration I did here. So if you have any questions, you can ask me, and then we will end the session. I hope everything is clear, and if you still have any doubts, you can DM me on my Instagram. I will help you. So I'll tell you some more about the material. So the first paper I use is this Canson, this paper. And if you want to create a realistic, hyper realistic artwork like this, so you can use Canson paper. This one is Canson only. So for working on hyper realistic works, what you can do is working on small portions like this. I started making this part first, then this, then this, then this, then this, and then this. How it got completed. And if you want to make portraits, you can use cotton paper, which is 100% cotton paper like this. I use this paper only. This is Citricut, and it blend colors really smoothly, and it gives a really nice texture also. So these are the both papers I use, and the third one is bow hang. It is a little bit costlier, so it is a good option for beginners. Citricut. So can I explain? Okay, for seeing the undertones, first you have to observe the image. Like in this image, okay, I'll tell you some images. Like in this image, you can see there is a purplish tone more. So by seeing the image, you can see that there is a dull color. It is not a very warm color. So there are two tones, like there are warmer tones, undertones, and there are lighter tones. And for a warmer tone, what you can do, you can use a brown color which is more warmer. Like you can mix red, yellow, and Persian blue, and the quantity of yellow should be more, so it will give you a warm brown. And if you want to create a dull undertone, you can use a Persian blue. The quantity should be more of the Persian blue. In this image, what was the undertone is it was a little purplish. That's why the shadow area are more into the purple side. I gave the shadow more purple look. And in some portraits, you can see there are more brown, like जो brown skin tones होते हैं for like you can see like this. This one is a warmer undertone color and इसका जो undertone है it is somewhat kind of pink. And in this there is a complete different tone which is more of fair color. So for this what I did, I mixed yellow color more in my shades which I made, and in this I used crimson lake. It will give you light pink tone. And in this I used less brown color. I used more yellow color. And same in this there is a more purple and blue tone because it is a old skin. So for older skins you can go with a teal color, or you can use a bright purple. A bright purple, how can you make a bright purple like this one? Is you can mix crimson lake and Persian blue together, and you will get a more of a vibrant purple color for highlights and shadows both. So I think sure we should end the session here. And still, if you have any questions, you can ask me on my Instagram. You can DM me. I will surely reply you and help you out if you have any question regarding to watercolor. Okay, thank you so much everyone for joining me today. This was my first session, and I will take more sessions in the future if I get a good response. Thank you so much.